I, 34 female, gave my boyfriend, 36 male, an ultimatum to propose to me. Me, 34 female, and my boyfriend, 36 male, have been dating for well over a decade now. After much discussion, I would like him to propose to me so we can be engaged. He initially said he's not interested in marriage when we first started dating. We were young, so I get it. But after seeing our friends married and so on, he's changed his tune, the last couple of years. I, on the other hand, would love to get engaged and then married. Here is the issue. This guy has not popped the question. It is getting embarrassing at this point, and the whole idea of getting engaged is kinda ruined at this point. He keeps saying it will happen, but years have gone by. Like, when will this happen? We've dated longer than most of our friends and most of them are married. I am constantly bombarded with questions from friends and family on why he is not proposing or what's going on. And I have no idea. We have had the hard talks about kids, our future, etc., and we are in agreement, and anytime I ask, which is rare, I get the same reply: it's coming. You know I'm slow with things. I am not looking for some fancy thing. I am opposite of most brides and their expectations. However, I have gotten really sad about the whole thing. I blew up at him and basically said, either you give me a timeline or I'm leaving. Please note he has the money for a ring. I know his ACC and finances. Am I the asshole? Edit. Boyfriend got mad when giving the ultimatum as he doesn't want to be rushed. But how long is this going to take? It's been years. And he's told me a million times how much he loves me and wants to spend our lives together, but I have dreamt of marriage since I was little and deserve for that dream to become a reality. This is for me and him, not our friends and family. Update. I got home from work and broke up with him. Told him I couldn't wait for him to figure it out anymore and I needed to put me first. Well, that didn't go over well with him. He lost it on me and said I was an idiot for throwing it all away. More things were said and I packed some things and went to my parents. Staying there until I figure out the next step. He's been blowing up my phone telling me to come back and has called my parents. I really don't know what to do. We'll come back if there are any updates. Thanks for the support and advice, everyone. I'm really sad, but this was important and I can't wait forever. I had to put me first for once. So you gave him the ultimatum of get married or break up, and he just told you he didn't want to be rushed. He's given you your answer. He doesn't want to get married. So now you need to hold up the ultimatum and leave. Just leave. It doesn't sound like he wants to marry you. Do you really want to marry him if he doesn't want to marry you? If you have to force him to propose, is it worth it? Forcing someone to marry you is not a great way to start married life together. It's absolutely understandable that after a decade, if you want marriage and he doesn't, you'd be packing your bags to go. But you can't force someone to make an honest commitment to you if they don't even believe in the basic premise of the institution of marriage. One of my friends gave her boyfriend that same ultimatum and 2 years later is still getting that "it's coming" response. Op's been in the relationship a decade. Perhaps her boyfriend is truly considering proposing, or he might have no intention and is simply comfortable as things are. At this point, it's best to walk away if he's not giving what you want from life. Sometimes time apart puts things in perspective. My girlfriend told a guy she couldn't stop thinking about him at a bar. 25M and 25F. I have been in a relationship with my girlfriend for 2 years. Throughout this time, she has been an incredible source of support during challenging periods, and I believe she would say the same about me. She met a guy in school in last month and she had a wet dream about him that she told her sister about. They've maintained communication through text, mostly centered around school-related matters, although there was an instance when they discussed an upcoming bar crawl. During the bar crawl, I noticed that she was often talking to him, and at one point he even grabbed her by the waist. I got upset and confronted her about it after we got home. She admitted that she flirted with him and confessed to him that she couldn't stop thinking about him even though she loves me. She said after he asked her to dump me for him, she told him I was the best thing that happened to her and she couldn't because of it. I consider this cheating because she is obviously interested in the guy and still continued to make contact with him and followed him around during the bar crawl. If I were in her position with being tempted by a girl, I would have cut all contacts with her in order to be not tempted. She was very apologetic and promised to do everything to earn my trust back. She wants a second chance. Like I said, we are both heavily dependent on each other and it would mess me up big time being separated from her, but I don't how I could trust her again. I don't want to be hurt again in the future, especially since we were considering marriage. Should I give her a second chance? Is what she did considered cheating? Nothing physical happened other than him grabbing her by the waist, which really angered and upset me. I had to show a great amount of restraint as I was ready to seriously hurt this guy, which would have gotten me kicked out of the professional school we attend. I spent the whole next day crying in my room, and she was there confronting me and admitting to her mistake. I asked for a couple weeks of not seeing each other to evaluate our relationship. I consider this a betrayal, but she has also been a great positive in my life in how she treats me and supportive she is of me. Don't be part of a love triangle. It's disrespectful to yourself. Let her think about him all she wants. Find someone who only thinks about you. 2 weeks of space? Bro, she is headed straight to that guy's place to fulfill her fantasy. Guaranteed. End it now and let her realize her mistake once the excitement of someone new wears off. You don't need someone in your life who is that easily swayed, especially after being with you for 2 years. Wait. You asked your longtime girlfriend for time of not seeing each other, as in you and her don't see each other? Or her and that guy? 'Cause if it's you and her, she's gonna go to him. Probably for good. Yeah, there is no chance she said that to him. Comfortable enough to grab her physically. Comfortable enough to ask her to leave you while you are in the vicinity. She has admitted the dream and gives him time and attention right in front of you. Prepare to be cheated on. She unblocked him within minutes of talking to you and is currently on round 3 with the man she actually wants, which isn't you. Sorry. She knows you'll still come back to her. My boyfriend, 35M, confessed me, 29F, that he used to be a male escort for a while. We have been together for a year and he's the sweetest person in this world. Things got serious quickly and we even talked about marriage several times. Recently, he confessed me that he used to be a male escort some years ago. He did that when he needed money and he was looking for a change in his life after a breakup with his former girlfriend. He quit it after a year as he felt that this profession would have precluded the possibility of future love relationships and because hard drugs were readily available and kinda a job requirement. He also told me that he doesn't regret it because all his experiences shaped him and his character. I appreciate that he wanted to tell me, but I wish I didn't know that. Now I'm questioning everything he does. I feel like he can do anything at this point and I'm being paranoid about what he's capable of doing with other women even though he never gave me any reason to doubt him. I don't know how to feel. I'm not against sex working in general, but it's different when it concerns you closely. Any similar experiences? Too long did not read. My boyfriend, 35M, confessed me, 29F, that he used to be a male escort for a while and I don't know what to think. Edit 1. This isn't a deal breaker for me, but I don't know how to process this information. Edit 2. His clients were rich ladies in their 50s and 60s. I didn't think this was relevant, but a lot of you are asking it. Even if he lied to me and his clients were men, the problem here is the sex for money thing, not the fact that he could have been in a gay intercourse. Edit 3. When I say that I am not against sex working is because I truly believe that it should be legal. That doesn't imply that I must be a sex worker or that my partner must be one. For example, I think that everyone who wants to eat apples should be allowed to eat them, but I should not be obliged to eat apples if I don't like them. Anyway, this is just an opinion, guys, my opinion. I'm not saying that I am 100% correct. This is just how I perceive reality and I shouldn't be shamed for that. How long ago was he doing this? It made him the man you love. He realized he didn't want it anymore and left a long time ago. No easy way to work around it, but good times with the two of you will help. Go have a wonderful life with him. Enjoy the fact that he treats you like a goddess. Best of luck. Do you think your questioning of his actions will ever stop? If it's something you think will remain for the rest of the relationship, he probably isn't a good match for you. Some people have hard lines required to stay in a relationship. Is this one for you? If it is, you need to end it before it drags on like a zombie. It's really up to you as to your own values, what kind of values you want your partner to hold. As much as Reddit likes to push on everyone that there's nothing wrong with sex work, it does hold a stigma and it's in everyone's right to decide to not pursue a relationship with someone who's done it in the past. If you're uncomfortable with it and you feel like it'll be a major snag for your relationship down the road, save both you and your current partner the stress and end it. Have you never had a shitty job? Why does he have to regret it? My GF, 26F, in rage said she never wants to see me, 21M, again. This morning while sleeping I opened Instagram and then fell asleep again. Half an hour later I texted my girlfriend via SMS good morning and then she replied to me, everything was okay. When I opened Instagram later I saw her activity status enabled and she was online. Sent her a post, and immediately she replied, "You were online an hour ago and didn't text me. I knew you were always doing this, never done this." I apologized to her, but she blocked me from everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, number. I knew I had to go to her, so I bought flowers, chocolate, and her favorite burger. I went to see her at work, and she kicked me out yelling with rage, "I never want to see you again. You don't deserve anything." She also said, "I don't want to have anything with you again. It's over." She has said those words in rage before when she's mad. So I left. I didn't want to cause her any trouble. When I got home I contacted her on WhatsApp, I apologized, and explained everything. I asked her not to rush into making big decisions when she's angry. Moments later she saw the messages and blocked me there. Few hours later I tried contacting her on Viber, but after seeing the messages, she blocked me there too. Her BFF asked me if I had brought her flowers because she had sent a picture to her. And she had advised her to take care of me and love me. To that she had only replied, "AA. I understand her, she has the right to be mad at me. She was also under a lot of pressure lately. I am genuinely scared for her. Because this past weekend something scary happened to both of us that really freaked us out. And she needed to visit a doctor today or tomorrow. She has no one to share the problem and her worries with. I am really scared and worried for her. How should I handle this? Should I try to get things right with her, or not? The thing that makes my mind wonder is, would she share that I gave her flowers if she had ended things with me for real? I'm sorry, but she sounds abusive. This will only get worse if you enable this horrid behavior. Consider yourself lucky. Get clear, and don't take her back when she love bombs you. She's really abusive and you should leave her." Dude, I didn't even finish reading the post. Is this a troll story? In the assumption that it's legitimate, let me start by saying I have no interest or intent in insulting you, demeaning you, or trying to make you feel bad. That being said, you are an unbelievable pussy. Why on earth did you apologize when she was clearly being unreasonable? You had done nothing wrong, yet you apologized and brought a selection of gifts. All you did was appear weak and needy. Of course she doesn't want to see you again. And you should be grateful to have dodged this bullet and hopefully learn something from it. As soon as she complained about you not texting as soon as you were awake, you should have left. My man, you are 21 years old. You better leave this girl alone and find a nice, emotionally mature woman to spend time with.